Hi, it's Richard Hughes with the Hughes Law Firm, here with John Campbell. John is of counsel to our firm, and we're going to do another segment of our series entitled Solutions. Hello, John.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about gifts again. Gifts are a big problem in Medicaid planning, especially for folks who need to go into a nursing home now, and we're trying to work with the family and finances to figure out how we can get them benefits without running afoul of these gift rules. So we've got certain gifts that are okay, that are allowed, and we have certain gifts that are prohibited. So knowing the difference is step number one. Give me an example of a prohibited gift, a gift that will cause trouble down the road or when we're applying for Medicaid.
Actually, there are several examples that I think are important because people don't realize what they're doing as far as their implications on Medicaid when they make these kinds of gifts. For instance, if you make a gift to a charity, if you tithe at your church, if you help pay for your grandchild's college education, those are all considered gifts that will incur a penalty for Medicaid eligibility.
So if we've got grandmother who's been tithing 10% to the church and helping her grandkids through college, she has to stop doing that if she wants to get Medicaid benefits?
What she needs to do is to come in so that we can look at the pattern of gifting, find out what's already happened, and maybe figure out a way to do it in a more controlled setting to where we can plan around that sort of thing.
There are gifts that are disqualifying or problematic. They include tithing, helping grandkids, and so forth. What about these folks that come in and say, well, we're just going to give everything to our kids, and that way we'll be broke, and then we can qualify for Medicaid. They just want to make a lump sum of $50,000, $250,000, and think they can qualify. What's problematic about that?
Well, problematic is that it's going to be penalized. The test under the Medicaid regulations is it a transfer of assets without fair consideration? In other words, are you giving something away and not getting fair market value in assets or services in return?
Which is what we normally think of as a gift. It's
right.
Just, here it is, I don't expect anything in return. Right. So this idea of giving things away on Monday and then applying for Medicaid on Tuesday and thinking you're going to get it is a fallacy.
It's not going to work.
Not going to work. But there are certain gifts that are legal or permitted and don't disqualify the giver when those gifts are made. Give me an example or two on that.
There are some gifts that are exempt from the penalty. For instance, gifts between spouses are not penalized. There are gifts that fall into the exemption for gifts to children who are either minor, blind, or disabled, your own children. You can give, and that includes a gift of the family home or other assets. Gifts into trusts for disabled children or disabled people under 65 years of age. There's exemptions for transfers of the home for what they call a caretaker child or a sibling co-owner who provides care in the home for the Medicaid applicant under certain conditions.
Well, this all sounds complicated, but when we meet with clients and assess their situation, we actually have a checklist that we go through to see what works and what doesn't, so we don't leave anything out. So when you come in and meet with John or other members of our staff that work in this Medicaid area, you will have the confidence and peace of mind of knowing that we're catching everything and that we've got a checklist that will make certain you are doing planning correctly and we're not leaving anything out. Thank you.